Hello and welcome to my fit model vlog, fitting all the crazy things in life in.
You see me here getting ready for my date. I was just on the phone with my lovely daughter, trying to figure out how, because I have strangely timed appointments today. I just had my posing class, so that was awesome. And now I'm headed to the gym, and it's a long one. It's gonna be hot. It'll be a long one. Then, and long because I'm doing all my posing, stretching, all that, implementing and using my proper phrases for like putting the new cues in my brain properly. Ooh, that looks like a little flat head there. Oh, if you're new here, my name's Michelle, and welcome to my latest fit model vlog. It's a little bit training, a little bit life, all the good stuff. And I'm trying to figure out a way because I don't have, like, while I have a Wolfpack bag and I have a briefcase bag for work that I can put my meals in, it's still not enough room for my food. So, I don't know. Getting my shaker cup ready. I'm going to blend that when we're off the, I almost said when we're off the phone. When we're off the phone, that's what I'm going to make. Getting my EAAs ready currently. From Supplement King, I have the, this one is like sour candy blast. I love the candy flavors. Last month or so, I had the bubble gum. That was pretty good. I think probably one of my favorites of all time though has been Miami Vice. Very good. I'm also going to put in my glutamine, and then this glutamine I got, I believe it's from Supplement World, and it's the non-flavored glutamine, and I use it twice a day. Once early in the day, right now when I go to train, and then again later. Oof, I don't know. So we're gonna do that, and that is the wrong lid. But so these are gonna go with me, and I think what I've come up with is I have this Wolfpack cup, and I'm gonna take my meals that I'm supposed to eat when I'm out. I've heated them up and I'm gonna put them in here and eat them out of there with a spoon. It's the best I can come up with. Sometimes we just do what we gotta do, right? Also pre-made my oatmeal, my protein, and my supplements ready to go. I love this handy dandy little pack. Everything right in there. I'm gonna blend my stuff up, and hope you have a fantastic day, but I'll see you in the next clip.
I typically have things ready the night before, so I'm feeling a little rush this morning, but it's how it goes sometimes. So one of my amazing posing coaches, Lena, gave me some really helpful cues this morning for when I'm practicing my posing. Different verbiage for me rather than like more things that I feel like I can actually understand. So I feel like it's looking better. I feel like I'm looking like I'm a little curvier, a little bit more confidence even, I think, in the way that I'm moving. I hope that it translates to stage this summer. I'm on my way to my first self-care appointment of the day, and I just had to share this most beautiful sunrise with you. I'm so happy that the sun is rising a little earlier again. So I just had a body talk treatment. I'm like obviously big on self-care, skincare, massage therapy, mental health therapy, any kind of thing, any kind of class that can help me be a better version of me, take better care of myself so that I can human better and take better care of those I love. Also, you know, you just want to move better in your world, right? You want to feel more confident. You want to feel, let's see if we can open this up. You want to feel more of the things you want to feel. So we just had this body talk, and I've had finding in my posing from my back pose, my left shoulder was sitting quite a bit higher. And we just talked about how the things I was carrying and holding and the just stressors, because every human has stress, right? You hold at different places, and if it's from here and tight, it's going to hurt my shoulder, cause injuries in the shoulder. From here, so we released opposite the hip, And so I'm hoping that I'll feel better, right? Which I already feel much loosey-goosier, and that it's apparent when I do the sport that I love, which would be even better. The other thing we talked about fascia, that even though I drink like 4.5, 5 liters of water a day, that sometimes fascia is so tight, right? If we've been like white knuckling it and kind of like, not to be dramatic, but survival mode, or not feeling protected, or feeling a little vulnerable, your fascia tightens. And so even though I'm intaking tons of water and salt and all the things, sometimes your fascia is literally just like can't absorb it. So that's huge, especially if we're trying to build muscle. We talked about how that same kind of thought process can tighten in my core and make my lower abdomen punch out, which is exactly what's been happening. So we're trying to loosen all that. It was creating like scar tissue, so partly Ehlers-Danlos, partly from feeling like that, right? And probably the gallbladder that needed assistance for so long. So those things are out of the way. Deal with the things we can, release emotions. At a couple points in it, it was emotional. Like I had some tears and I didn't even know where they were coming from. It's like literally my body was just releasing. So if it sounds kind of interesting to you and you kind of like to try it out for yourself, it's nothing crazy. You kind of lie on a massage table bed and there's a lot of like touching your hand and tapping and different things. It's not non-invasive. You don't even have to talk really to them and tell them what's going on, which I think a lot of people would really like. But yeah, it's called Body Talk and it's freaking fantastic. Was going quite regularly for a couple of years, but I haven't gone now, and we figured it's about 10 years, and I'm like, oh, why did I forget about that? I guess life started lifing and appointments and all the things. Whew, but I'm going to go back in about 2 weeks. I'm going to see how I feel the rest of the day and look at our schedules and see what I can kind of navigate, but I think that's going to be what's in my best interest. I have my posing class this morning, and well, I told you about that already. We don't need to talk about that again. Anyway, I'll see you in the next clip. I just finished training my glutes and working on my posing. My feet are freaking cramping so badly. I don't know why they're so tired. I feel like I slept well last night. I'm really tired. I'm telling you, it's taking everything in me to go do my cardio. Thankfully, I have a system set up. Like I do my weights, I do my posing, then like my core, and then I go do my cardio. So it's just click, click, click. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pony up. I'm going to get my runners on, and I'm going to go and keep the promise that I made to myself, even though right now I'm tired. I did get my cardio done. I feel like I might be mentally just a little bit tired, so I'm going to take care of myself the rest of the day. Got my meals done. I'm having a little slushy and a nice hot bath to relax with the friends in my head. There's probably nothing better than snuggling with your puppy in soft covers after a hard workout day, watching some super trash TV.
Oh, hi, Missy girl.
It's like a really good time, isn't it, Koki?
I think she likes it too. Yeah.
Coco
Hi, you like it too, don't you? Yeah, you do.
Our new pet. This is from today's check-in with my coach.
Good morning. So I'm just taking my photos and my video to send to James for my check-in this morning. I just caught myself going through my photos saying this, but that but this, da 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 da. And I think I realized probably part of my with posing is that last week I was at the gym and there's this lovely lady that I talked to in the morning. She's older than my mom. She's very very supportive, very kind, very caring. I feel like she would be like the gym's den mother, like just den mother auntie, where she just seems to know everyone and knows what's going on with them and genuinely cares. And I was doing my walk and my routine and she said, "Ooh, that's so sexy." And she meant it just like a beautiful compliment, right? Woman to woman. I shut down. I shut down. I think about Maury that I seemed like I was rude. I was like, oh, no, it's a sport. And I realized, yes, it's a sport. But then I started thinking in my life, like actual life, and as I'm doing my videos, I was like, I hopefully we can all kind of look in the mirror and say, I'm a reasonably attractive human, okay? But I don't know there's ever been a time where I've allowed myself to feel sexy. And I know that's not what you want to portray on stage. I'm aware of that. But there's gotta be, almost like a live long and prosper. But there's gotta be some place between my brain saying, it's just a sport, get it, but then that feeling that like the walk, right? Where you're not going around a stripper pole, but somewhere between what I've been doing and that. Like, so I think I'm gonna try and find some ways in my life to try and maybe start feeling a little schmexy. I don't know how that's gonna go. Anyway, having my coffee. It's very good. I'm trying to decide if I can have another one. So what I'm doing this morning, actually, I'll tell you about it. Oh, a couple things. So over the last week with my bilateral hernias, they've been causing me a lot of pain. Like a lot of pain, like getting in and out of bed. Pulls and pinches the muscles, right? The abdomen was very, very swollen for a couple of days. It's still kind of swollen. So I'm going this morning for an ultrasound because he wants to make sure that, well, there's no obstruction, but he wants to make sure that things aren't just like flipped, like how they shouldn't be inside there, which kind of, if they were, I would love it because then maybe they would fix them sooner. I'm gonna put a little clip here of how big it's getting now. Like it's pretty big where it's like protruding. So that's super fun. The other thing is, last week at work, our hot water heater went, which shouldn't be that big of a deal, right? But because our hot water heater's in the ceiling and the ridiculous way that they have it set up in the ceiling, not just any company can do it. So I've called multiple companies because my lease is only there for, I don't know, 8 more months or something like that. And I'm not buying one, right? I want to lease it for the year, and whoever takes over the space, I guess, keep it or don't, right? So that's another thing I have to work on today. So doing just did my check-in. I'm gonna eat, go over my stuff to send to James, then wait for his response. He's the fastest, by the way. Like, I'm telling you, I send the pictures, videos, the check-in, click, 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 he's on it. I'm like, how are you, like, incredible. Anyway, so supportive. So there's that. Then I'm gonna try, and guess what, 6 o'clock in the morning. So by the time I get the rest of my stuff together for the day, get all my goodies packed, my water bottle and stuff, switching out my shoes in my bag, because my pair that I was practicing at the gym, they're finally stretched out so much. They're probably like 10 years old. So I'm gonna take a newer pair of posing heels to the gym, which, yeah. So anyway, your feet, like with the plastic stars, I will show you. Okay, these are my newer ones. These are Shoe Fairy ones. They're all right. So what happened with my old ones is because they stretched out, right, just over time, my little toes were like starting to like creep over, and I can't even get my fingers through. But if you can imagine, like, the toes are starting to like hang over the edges. Not cute and not comfortable, right, when you're trying to practice. So we're gonna do that. X-ray. I have the gym. Today is shoulder day, so we're gonna do that. Cardio, posing, try and do what work I can on my core, and then I have a massage, which is wonderful, and I have to go back to work. We're gonna move some things around, and then what else are we doing? I have to clean my house. I really do. I just really do. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll bring you along for part of the day for me, and thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you soon. So here I am trying to implement and study some of the changes that he wants in my posing, and the cues are running through my head, drinking my coffee, listening to
remember which podcast I was actually listening or watching at the time, but they were talking about posing and the importance of it and just going over it and over it and over it. One day it'll get better. So I'm just getting my, filling my car with gas. I had my massage this morning. It was shoulder day. I had posing practice with my posing coach, therapy, and right away I'm going to be going home to work on some business stuff at home, maybe do an extra little video, and lucky me, I get to clean my house.
Good morning. I just did my check-in with James. I'm gonna have part of my breakfast. It's a hard-cooked egg. I don't know why I love them hard-cooked like that. I think probably because I love putting salt and pepper on everything. Okay, he's getting back to me. All right. He is literally the fastest at getting back to you for like your check-ins. I literally, just before I turned the camera on, I sent my photos and videos and my questionnaire. Let's see. There, maybe that lighting is gonna be a little bit better. Still a little bit crazy, but okay. All right, so we're changing my cardio a little bit, just my method of cardio. I can do that. I feel like today is gonna be maybe an extra coffee day. So positive. Had a couple posing classes since our last check-in. Feel like I'm finally getting more of the hip sway. I've done a lot of work on it. Like, as far as I know, earlier I realized I wasn't feeling sexy, and I realized that's actually not what it is. It's about feeling secure enough and confident enough to actually be seen. So I'm working on that. Right? Today, I'm just telling him today I get to go see this surgeon for the first time about my bilateral hernias, and want to know like how soon, because if the surgeon says we can get you in right away, great, then I can start hopefully planning my season. And if it's like, bro, we might not get you in for a while, that will change everything again. So we're gonna find out. So I'll message him later. But so far, so good. I told you before, I get nervous for my check-ins, but I like the more I'm working on my posing, the better I am. I'm not worried about whether I stuck to my diet or did my training, all that. I know I do. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna make another coffee. In my next video, I want to get into all the excitement though about the bikini Olympian pros that are coming into Fit Model and what I think of it. Anyway, lots of love. If you watched all along here with me, thanks for coming along with me on my little journey. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Anyway, what else I have to say? I'm getting myself ready for a day. I have a big day ahead. So lots of love, and I'll see you in the next vlog.